thing was, where were we? Yeah. So they wanted to identify, there was some doubt regarding the brute force attack, right? So I was just explaining that again. But before I go ahead, did you guys find it worth practicing? Any doubts, everybody? Yes, no, maybe?
Uh, sorry. Are we a question? Let me just open my laptop. You can go ahead.
Excuse me, man. Okay. For the Active Direct, I found out that I couldn't find the Active Direct.
You could not find the
Active
Active
Directory.
Directory host name.
Active Directory directly under the host name. So I had to like, because the host name was actually limited to 2 hosts. So I just double checked on the 2 hosts that I found there, and I found it under 1. So I now picked it, and I assumed that yeah, it was there. Though when I now did the index equals to asterisk, it brought out, I believe it brought out it didn't show me the location of the Active Directory. That's
Okay.
index, and I tried index equals to main. It still didn't show me the location of the Active Directory. I couldn't see it under the interesting field.
Okay.
I couldn't
Yeah.
find it at all. So it became confusing to me how we could have located the Active Directory without just examining the host. Because I was like thinking about it, that if we have multiple hosts, more than 2 hosts, would I not be able to locate it easily? Wouldn't it be easy for me to have located it? That's one of my observations.
Yeah, got it. So in that case, one more thing. One thing what you can do is, instead of going with index, you know you're looking for Active Directory logs. So you can just mention source is equal to, if you're not very sure, just put active, right? And then put a star or star dot active, star active star. All right, wildcard active wildcard. Okay, that way you will get to know that there's an index is equal to main, and if you click on host, yes, this is the host. This is I know this comes up at times. I need to check what this is. You can just ignore this. All right, this is not the place where we are getting the logs. All right, need to check what these logs are, but I wanted you guys to figure out, yes, this is the host name from where we are getting the logs. This is our Aries server.
Okay.
Right, so since you can either use index. So let's say if it is not coming in selected fields, right, what you can do, you can just click on yes. Once you click on yes, it will come up over here in the selected fields. Or if it is not coming in interesting fields, that means that particular value, right, is not there, or could be in very less in number. Okay, so if you're not finding anything,
I went down
just
to the search, additional search, more
yeah.
field. It wasn't even listed there.
Okay, so I think probably there was something wrong, something might have been missed. So search like this. Since it is Active Directory, search with source is equal to active, right? And you will get to know it's in main index. Then you can search. Okay, that could be your starting point.
Okay.
I won't be discussing all the questions, all right, because this is pretty straightforward. So Sumit, I don't know, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. So they asked me about the brute force attack. So brute force attack, don't simply just since yesterday we discussed the IP, do not go and put the source IP, source network IP is equal to 192 and such. No, how did we able to even get to know it is 192? So we have to get till there, right? So we have to go step by step. Now we know index is equal to main is where we are getting our Active Directory logs. And if it is a brute force activity, surely there would be lot of failures, right? So we know the event code for failure is 4625. So search like this. So once you do this way, all right, you will get to know, if you scroll down, right, you will get to know source network address, you will get to know the IPs from where we are seeing a lot of hits, right? So over here, what you can do a stats count by source network address. Why? Because we want to see how many hits are there from each IP, right? We're just going to put it in a proper format, right? So now you know these are the different ones, and yesterday I'm just using yesterday's command so that you guys recall, right? Uh, count sort count. So all of these IPs are actually doing a brute force activity. Okay. So if I ask you which location are we seeing most number of hits, what do we do? From which location I'm seeing huge number of hits?
IP location source network address first so that we can get city and country name.
So what do I add?
Hello, Sudhi.
IP location.
Oh, okay. Well, 1 second, just hold on, please.
Not here. Before pipe, you have to mention this IP location.
IP location.
No, after pipe.
Okay, source network address.
Okay, I'll put a pipe over here, don't worry. Okay.
Yeah. Now we will get country and city name.
Okay, so Russia, Monaco, yeah, these are the ones. Hi, yeah. So this is how step by step write your query. Do not guess any. We were able to figure this out, this country and the IP when we went step by step, right? So go step by step. All right. Yeah, someone was saying someone's about to ask something.
Yes, Sudhi. Actually, yesterday I was trying like that, but it is not showing the data. When I write that string, it was doing something went wrong like that, or not fetch the data.
Okay. In such cases, please make sure you make a note of your query and take a screenshot along with the query and send it. Okay.
Okay.
And before you send, do some little bit of troubleshooting. Like I said, if you're not getting, let's say we are not getting the answer now. All right. Remove the last part. I told you yesterday, right? Remove the last part, hit enter. Still you're not getting the result. Make a note of
Yes.
this query somewhere and start removing the the actions that you have added. At some point you will get the logs, and
Okay. Yeah.
later add back the previous what you call query, the action, and see what is wrong with this particular query, because after adding this part of the query you're not getting the result.
Yes.
And doing so, please make sure you're running in verbose mode and make sure the day you've selected wherein the logs are there, right?
Okay.
So you have to do
Mm.
all of these things. See, try it out again today. And anyway, you have the weekend, right? I'm going to give you a lot of questions. You guys can practice for next 2 days.
Yes.
All right.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, while I was checking the IPs for the brute force activities, I check it on the abuse IPD,
Very good.
IPDB. So I now decide to just make a table of it and just familiarize myself with, all of those things that could come up and all of that. But I saw that so many things were common, but at some point I saw exploited host and bad web port. Please, can you just explain what that could be?
You mean to say when you checked in, what is this, abuse IPDB, you checked
Yeah.
for all the IPs which were doing the brute force attack, is it? I mean, too many attempts?
Yes. So I
Okay.
was just, I saw the countries and attempts and all that. So I was just looking at, what the IPs actually did, right? The common
Yes.
is the brute force,
Yes.
port scanning, DDoS, hacking, and all of that. But I saw two that were kind of different, and it looks as if, I'm not kind of familiar with it. One was exploited host, was one of the
Oh,
things that the
one was,
IP
it was saying yes, exploited. What, do you know the IP address so we can check it over here?
Okay, the IP, hold on.
You can
The
post it in
IP,
the group. Yeah.
the IP is 194,
Mm-hmm.
165,
Mm-hmm.
16, and 75.
62.75, is it?
No, 16.75. Yes.
Sorry, 16.75. Okay. I think this was the same Russian IP.
This is Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands. Acha, Netherlands IP. Okay. So yeah, port scan, hacking, port scan, DDoS. Okay. Port
You said
scan, port scan, port scan. Okay, exploited host. The host
yeah.
is likely infected with malware. Okay. So it is like they think. So these are all nothing but people who have, even you can report this. Even if you see, right, even you can report this, but you have to be a member, right? So these people select what is it that you saw, that what is it that you've seen, right? So people might just select exploited host. Okay, so some people might think that this system from where they are seeing these logs, this could be infected, right? This is already a zombie machine. I mean, a zombie computer, or like it's a part of a botnet. So this is performing all the what do you call the exploits or the brute force attack. All the malicious activity is originating from this host. That is why people might have selected exploited host. So if you click on this, right, it will tell you, it says host is likely affected with malware and is used for other attacks. Correct? That is what exploited host means. So even you can see, you can select whatever you want and you can report it.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so that is how people have done it in the past. That is why you see all of this. So this particular where was that exploit? Okay, someone who's under anonymous, right?
Yes.
They have added some comment and they think they have selected port scanning activity, hacking, and exploited host.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So good. It's always good that we go back and check what are all the, why is it being blacklisted. Don't always stick to this. All right, just go back and say, I mean, scroll down and check why was it blacklisted? What was the activity that was seen? Okay. So yeah, there was someone else. What's happening? Okay. Yeah. Yes, yes. Meda, I'll come back to the last question. Give me 1 second. So yes, anything else? So this is very simple, 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 right? Simple, simple, simple. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Other things are all straightforward. If you do not know, for example, if you do not know when was the AD server shut down, there is a separate event code for that. I want you guys to Google that, right? What is the event code? And you have to, sorry, and you have to write the query. Okay, so any doubts? Uh, 1 second. A lot of questions. We will see this. We have to practice most of the. Yes, yes, sure. Saturday, Sunday, you guys will have not able to solve this. Huh, when was the last AD server shutdown? I just told you, right? Please Google. So you have to make an attempt to search for few things on from your end, right? So Google, there will be a event code for AD server last shutdown, right? Or There's an event code for not AD server last shutdown. When was the system shutdown? Okay, in a very generic way. So you will get the event code for that, and please check. So create a table. This I will tell you. Yeah. Unable to find field like country and city. Interesting fields. Why? Why we need? Have you used IP location to get country and city? We have to always use index is equal to star. Okay. Always search on verbose mode. The necessary to give index equal to can't be log directly event code. Yes, you can. You can actually. Yeah, Sai, you can. But the thing is, I'm just showing everything step by step so that once you are thorough like this, right? So you can straight away go ahead and do this. You can straight away go ahead and do it. It is not mandatory, but I tell this so that you guys pick up that flow, how to start your search, right? You need not put index also, like I was telling. Since you know that it is Active Directory log, you can put source is equal to something like active and you can search, right? You can do that as well. Last question I will discuss, and yeah, about index is equal to star. No. So why did I ask you to say a search index is equal to star? Is when you do not know what kind of logs you are getting. Only then, when you're not sure of what kind of logs, I mean, what kind of logs you are getting, what are the different indexes you have, when you do not know that. But when you know, do not use index is equal to star. Use index is equal to web server because you know all the web server logs are stored over here. Okay, please use index is equal to star when you're not sure. As soon as you use index is equal to star, you will get to know the list of indexes. Then pick it up. Then you pick it up, remove that index is equal to star, pick it up and start your search. And we use verbose mode so that we get all the events. You can start using fast mode when you when you write a table, when you know what you're putting in over here, when you know, okay, these are the only things I need, right? Then you can switch over to fast or smart mode. Till then, no harm, use verbose mode because you still are in the early stages, right? Still are learning. So try to use verbose mode and then you can switch over to your fast and smart mode when you are very much sure of your index, source, what is it that you're searching, right? When you're so sure of all those things. Is that right? Arvind, Pooja? Mera, that happens. Mera, there will always be a gap. Your virus total abuse IP. Few what you call IPs will be tagged as malicious. They're not over here. So ideally, what we do, we check couple of 2 or 3 portals. Okay, if it is tagged malicious or blacklisted in any one of that, you can think it is blacklisted. So it's fine. We have seen that happening. Okay. Sorry, Pooja, you were saying something?
No.
You've understood what I said? Why do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else did I miss out? Unable to find field like country and city. We need, please try IP location. I'm not sure if you have used IP location. Only if you use IP location. Even I'm not getting anything over here. Right? Do you see city, country? No. Only when I add this command called IP location is when I will get the details. So please make sure you select the right, what do you call, the field name as well, right? Please select the correct field name. This is case sensitive. What is case sensitive? The field names are case sensitive, right? Now you see city and country. Right, so make sure you've used IP location. Coming back to your last question, you tried IP location. Okay, so you have to tell me what. Okay, so do you have the query? If you have the query, please share it with me so that we can try why you're not getting country and city. Okay, so the last question was this. Create a table for all blocked outbound connections. Okay, so where did we see outbound connections, guys? Outbound connection in which log? We So the first day I asked you guys to explore the logs, right? Did you see any other logs? Yes, no, maybe something. Okay.
Firewall logs,
Yeah,
but we
thank you
couldn't
very
able to
much.
find any firewall
Yeah,
logs
we
there,
have
and also FTP logs.
DNS. Yeah, DNS logs we'll see, firewall logs we'll see, but DNS mostly everything was allowed, right? I mean, it is just the outbound active, I mean, the requests, DNS requests that were sent, that's it. So if you check index is equal to firewall, play, who's playing songs, mobile phone ringing, right? Okay, so index is equal to firewall, search for last 7 days, no, nothing. Search for all time. If you are working on firewall logs, please search for all time because it is added somewhere in, I mean, the details over here is somewhere in 2021. All right. So please search for all time so that you will get the logs. All right. So I should have mentioned. Okay, give me, sorry, Vinny, I missed your message. Okay, this is the query you use. And it's going to, you should have got it then. You will get, this is the right one. It is the same thing, right? You would have definitely got it. This is the same thing. City and country. It shows 0 events. Why will it show 0 events? Probably if you're searching, that's what. Please see these things, all right? Please see these things. If you search for last probably 15 minutes, even I'm getting 0 events. Probably the time frame where you're searching, right? The logs are not there itself. Okay? No, you need not give a space. I've not given a space. You can give a space. It won't matter. Space or no space won't matter. All right, because we need make sure you're searching for a longer period of time. Search for 4 hours, still you don't get the details, search for 24 hours. Am I not getting now? Country and city will be there, so please go ahead and do this little bit of here and there. You have to search. I am getting the logs. See, I am searching for last 24 hours. I am getting the logs. The same query, whatever you used. Yeah, so please go back and check. We are getting the results. Just go back and check. If you're not getting the results today, take a screenshot along with your, what do you call, the query and send it to me. All right. That should be fine. Okay, now coming back to firewall logs, right? So firewall log, what was the question? I wanted you guys to figure out all blocked outbound connection. So what is a outbound connection? How will you say it is an outbound connection? I need answers. I need answers. I want you guys to help me out here. So
Traffic going from inside to outside, then it's outbound traffic, and definitely it will pass through the front end device that is like firewall or arbor.
Or perhaps you see a NAT address associated with it.
yeah, right answer. So that means the from private IP address to public IP address, right? Absolutely. Destinations are public. Yes, destinations are public. Traffic coming from out, no, Rahul. Traffic which is going out is outbound. You are leaving your house. You're going outside your house, right? So you are going outside. That means private IP to public IP. All right. Yes, by checking the IP. So now these logs are jumbled up. All right. So you have to do a little bit of filtering, and then you have got to search. All right. That is good in a way because you will learn to filter. Now, firewall logs, my question was outbound activity. That means let us check the source IP over here. Scroll down. Where is the source IP? Here it is. Source or the source IP. It is the same. All right. So if you check here, most of the connections are starting with 10, right? So 10 is all your internal. All right. So we have source IP, lot of private IPs. Okay. Let us check the destination IP. Destination IP also, there are many 10 series. If you see here, right, 50% of the logs, right, it belongs to this particular IP. But we want the destination as public IP, right? So what do? We will copy this. We said we want destination as public. So not equal to 10 dot star. Understanding why we are doing destination IP not equal to. It should not be 10 series because 10 series is private, right? So now I'll hit enter. Now let us see our destination IP. Okay, there might be here and there a couple of private IPs. It's okay. Let us not bother. But for now, we have removed most of private IPs, right? Because all of the 10 dot series is gone. Now, whatever you see, most of them, right? Whatever you see, most of them, right? It is all public IP, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, Sudhi.
Yeah. So this way you can filter out destination IP not equal to something, right? And then start your search. And then what was the question? I wanted to see the blocked connection. So you know, when you guys were working on the same kind of a log, right? Initially, there was some field called action, right? And it said either allowed or denied. And in my question, what was that? I wanted blocked connection, right? So what do you have to do? Check over here the action field. So in the action field, there is something called blocked. Just click on this, right? Or you can give action is equal to blocked and you will get those 187 events. Check the destination IP. All, I think mostly it's all public IP again. Yes. And this
Yes.
is what I wanted in a table. I wanted this in a table. I wanted you guys to select the source IP. From where are you seeing these connections? I need the source IP for that. To which IP? I need the destination IP for sure. I need the destination port for sure, right? And now I know the connection is blocked, right? So
Yeah.
I can also add there is something called geolocation already over here. I think there will be some location detail. There is no location detail.
DEST
Client
underscore
location.
location also there.
Sorry.
DEST underscore location. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, this one, right? So you can even add this. Okay, since in this log you're getting the location. If at all there is no location, you should have added IP location. What will you add? Now you guys help me out here again. IP location of what? IP location of what?
Outbound.
Destination location.
Outbound.
IP location space
Destination
what?
underscore IP equals to not equal to destination 10 dot star.
Rest underscore IP.
No, I'm asking what should come over here. IP location space what? What is the field
Destination
name I
IP.
have to give?
Destination IP.
Correct? It should be
Destination IP.
dest. Thank you. Yes, absolutely right. Dest IP. Why? Why dest IP? Because this is the one as of now is holding all the public IPs, right? So destination IP, and then you can give the country context and then add the table. Sorry, in the table you can give the country context, country, city, whatever. Okay, so this is what I wanted. I know I had not told you about not equal to, right? But yeah, this is how you use when you do not want to search something, you do a not equal to. Not equal to blocked will give me only allowed connections, right? So this is not equal to. All right, is that clear, everybody? Okay. So there is one more thing. All right, there's one more thing. Let's say you want to add we were discussing this, right? So let's say you want to search what do we have? We have destination port, right? Dest port. Okay. Okay. So let's say we have to search for multiple destination port. All right. Multiple destination port. I want to check probably, 443, 53 and 80. Okay. So what do? I will put destination port equal to 443 or destination port or should be in capitals, all right, or destination port is equal to 80 or destination port is equal to what was that 53. I can do a search like this, all right. It is going to give me only those destination ports, all right, only these three. Or there is another way of doing it, right? What you can do is you can just remove, you do not mention destination port, all right, you can just remove this part, mention destination port in 44 80 53. Okay, you can use either of those two. You can keep putting or you can mention destination port in whatever values you want. You can go on adding over here whatever you want and see it is the same thing. I've got the same result. Okay, there are multiple ways of doing the same thing. You can use the in, and if at all the values within this is a string value, please make sure you use quotes. Okay, please make sure you use quotes. Is that clear? So in or clear, everybody?
Yes, Sudhi.
Okay, all right. So if at all you do not give or, right, by default it takes up and. By default it takes up and. So you should choose between or and depending on what is it that you are searching. Okay, all right. Any doubts so far? Let me see if I've missed any questions. Oh, yes, I just showed that to you. Okay. Any questions, guys? Hello, what's happening? Are you guys lost?
No doubt.
Able to follow? I can repeat it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't mind repeating. But as long as all of you are able to follow, I'm good. To which index FTP logs are written? That you have to figure out.
No, yesterday I
Saimadu, you
tried to
have to
search,
figure out.
but FTP logs were not there. That's why I'm asking whether FTP logs were there or not.
It is there. It is there. Search
Okay.
again today.
Okay.
So like I said, I'll give you a clue. If you do not know where these logs are, now you know FTP logs, they're coming somewhere, yes, but you are not sure where it is, right? always start with a star. Search for, in this case, because this is a lab, you can search for all time, I don't mind, but not in your organization. So in your organization, what you can do probably, since you know it is FTP, you can give source or the source type is equal to star FTP, because hoping that somewhere they would have mentioned FTP, right? Either in the source or the source type. So you can do this as well. But the logs are there, you have to search. Okay, so now we will go ahead, just see few more, what do you
Shruti,
call, functions. Yes, yes.
if there is any list of symbols, like you just do what that is not equal symbol, we are not familiar with those symbols. So how we have to know those?
This just, I mean, I've just shown you equal to and not equal to, right? So when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to
There
search
is
for
any more
something,
symbols like that?
many more, there you have greater than, lesser than,
Yeah, yeah.
right? When you're using
That,
where, this is for filtering out. When you use where, you can use greater than, lesser than, yeah, like that, yes. So depending on what your usage is. So for now, this is enough. You can even do mathematical, operations. But for now, since you're going step by step, not equal to, you have in, you have or, right? This and this. So that's it. That's about it. I think for now it should be fine. Those
yeah.
operations should be enough.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So let's do something interesting. Since I feel all of you are bored or sleepy, right? We'll do something interesting. We'll learn a different command called as geostats. Okay, geostats. Let me see if I've missed out on anything. Just give me 1 second. It's okay. I'll finish this and check. Okay. So geostats, right? What is geostats? Take a guess. Guess. Anybody? Geostats.
Latitude
Location.
and geographical.
Whoa. What? Sorry. Yeah, you guys were saying something. I just lost you people.
Graphical visualization.
Yep.
Map,
Thank you.
map.
Yes, map. Yeah,
Map.
a world map, right? So let's say you want to make things interesting, right? So
Yeah.
destination IP we have, all right, not equal to. Now we also have something called location, right? Where was location? Dest location. Yeah, we have dest location. So we'll pick this up. Dest location. Okay, so this command called as geostats. It is not just stats, right? It is geostats. What does geostats do? If you see here, generate statistics which are clustered into geographical bins, blah, blah, blah. Too much. Keep it simple. Geostats is nothing but your statistics command itself, but you're adding a geographical location. You're adding a geographical location, and it will be, uh, it will have a different visualization, and we will see what that is. So if you put geostats by geostats count by, what was it, dest location, because this location gives me the context of different countries, right? That will give me the context of different countries. So we will see that geostats count by dest location. Let's see if this works. I've never used it this way. So we will go back, use IP location. All right, I think that is because there are a couple of junk values in destination location. Could be one of the reason. All right, so we're going to keep it this way. IP location, we have test IP, right? And now we'll use geostats count by country. Okay, So this way, right, if you look at this graph or the map, right, and make sure it will definitely come to visualization as soon as you use geostats. If not, click on visualization and you have to select the visualization as cluster map. This is the cluster map, not this, right? Not this map. It should be this map called cluster map. You don't have to put bar graph, right? You have to show it in a proper way. You can use the world map, cluster map. All right, so by doing this, this looks pretty interesting, right? You will get to know just by looking at it that from where do we see or to which location do we see huge number of hits, right? So definitely it's US, all right, but you also see some connections from, I hope this is Japan. Yeah, this is Japan. Other Ireland, this is Ireland, right? This is from other European countries. You have France, Germany, Netherlands, right? Even from India, even from Hong Kong, right? This is a graphical way of showing, displaying the data. So all of this will mostly help in building the dashboard. This will mostly go into the dashboard so that you just by looking at this, you will get to know, right? You don't have to, and this will be a nice way of representing the data. Correct? So what is it? It is geostats command. Geostats count by country or city, whatever you want. This is the query. I mean, this is the part of the query. Geostats, we are counting with respect to country, so that it shows me from which country we are seeing the, or towards which country we are seeing the hits. Okay, simple command, but it makes your dashboard more you know, uh, a good visualization for your dashboard. Yes, no?
Yes.
Simple command, very simple command, right? Geostats. Everybody with me? Any doubts?
No.
Others? Well, what is happening? I don't get any, I'm not getting any response or no doubts.
no
Either you guys have like completely confused or you've understood.
doubt.
One of those two options for sure. Rahul? No. Okay, so give me a second. I'll just check if at all I've missed any command. Oh yeah, I've missed a couple of commands. That would be rename command. I've not told rename command, right? Weekend, no weekend mode start. You have to start your weekend mode after my class. Okay. IP location is done, top, rare is done, sort, rename. Okay, pretty much everything except for three things. All right. This and eval. Okay. Okay. So I will finish those also while we build the dashboard. So sharing back the screen. Okay. Shall we move on to building dashboards?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember one thing, guys, whether it is dashboard or alert or your report, whatever you see here, right? Your dashboard, your report, your alert, right? For each and everything, the basic is the query. The basic is your query. All right, because only when your query is set, only when you know what you're doing, all right, when you know this is what I want, right, with this query, then you can make this as a dashboard, you can make this as a report depending on the requirement. So if you look at this, right, this is my query, this is what I want. I want to check all the outbound, probably blocked action to allowed. I want to see allowed. I'm just giving a, I'm just let's say blocked because there are less logs. All right, actually is equal to blocked, right? Because this is outbound connection. right? And the actions are blocked. Action is blocked, right? So it is a bit of a more concerning, right? Because your internal systems are trying to contact some, it could be blacklisted, need not be blacklisted, but the action is blocked, right? So why are these internal systems making these connections, right? It would be of a concern. So you can definitely, add this into our dashboard. Okay. So what I can do, like I'm saying, the base for your dashboard alert and report is nothing but your query. So once your query is set, once your query is ready, if you see here, there's an option called save as, right? You can either save it as a report, an alert, or a dashboard. Okay, so we will see what a dashboard is, what we can do using a dashboard. All right, so dashboard. What is a dashboard, guys? What's a dashboard? What do you think a dashboard is?
Details in table view or
Interface.
graphical representation.
Yeah, some visualization,
Yeah.
right? Some kind of a visualization so that it will be helpful for us in monitoring. All right, some a way of depicting the data in a very easy, adding few visualizations, right? So in your dashboard you can add multiple things, multiple widgets. We will see what that is. So ideally what happens in the SOC, like your room, right? Your SOC room. So you will have huge monitors in front of you, right? And in those monitors, you would you would monitor all these dashboards. You will have multiple dashboards. So let's say you want to monitor your firewall activity, right? So you can build a new dashboard just to monitor different things in a firewall, different, what do you call, let's say you want to monitor outbound connections over some port, or inbound connections, or these blocked connections like this, right? Or if you have threat logs, what are the threat logs? You can, what do you call, monitor multiple things, and you don't have to go back, write the query every time and fetch the result. Instead of doing this, you can create multiple queries, right? Multiple widgets in your dashboard so that it will be like a one-stop view. You will just open this dashboard, you will see multiple things regarding the firewall or anything that you want in a one view, in a one window. Okay, so what we can do, click on dashboards, used for monitoring, checking stats. Yeah, correct. You can go to create a new dashboard. All right, you can give any I'm just going to give firewall monitoring, anything that you want. You can just give it a test also. Permission, I think all of you will be private only. I don't think you can share with each other. All right, so I can make it a shared in app, but if you don't get an option, don't worry, don't bother. All right, go for classic dashboards. Go to classic dashboard and then go to create. All right, so pretty much simple. Dashboard, create new, right? Select a what do you call, classic dashboard, and you will get this. So this is how a Kali, an empty dashboard looks like. This is how an empty dashboard looks like. There's nothing in this. There's no data. It is our job to add data. Now there's one more way. This is one way, straightforward way of doing it. Also, there's one more way. We have the query, right? We have set up the query. We have written the query, well and good. Now I can save this as a new dashboard. It will ask the same thing, whatever we did, right? It's going to ask the same thing, or else I can save it as existing dashboard, and it will ask me which dashboard you want to put it under. So I can select firewall monitoring because it's already there. Anyway, nothing is there in this, right? I can just click on this and say save to dashboard. You can give a title if you want. Blocked connections, blocked outbound connections. I'm going to give save to dashboard. Now if I click view dashboard, it's added over here. This was our blank dashboard. If I refresh this, I will get it. I did not refresh it, so it's added over here. Okay, pretty simple, right? Whatever your query was, I just saved the query into a dashboard and it is added in my dashboard. This is one way of doing it, or else you can click on edit. You will get the same window, right? We will see what are these different options. So is this clear till here? Clear till here?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, super. All right. So now that is one way of adding. After your search, save as blah blah blah, right? You can do that. One more way is edit. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, Irshad, if tomorrow there is a blocked outbound connection is blocked, that will pop up here, right, automatically?
Yes, correct. It will block, but I mean it will show up. Yes, but in your organization, make sure you pick up a time range. All right, this is all time. Okay, but yours will be like, probably last 1 hour or 2 hours, whatever you want. You can select the time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that was one way
Sorry.
of adding. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So if I had a new dashboard to an existing one, is it going to create, because what we have before now was blank, right?
Yep.
So now I brought up this. So assuming I already have maybe some images or a dashboard, an existing dashboard that has data in it and all of that.
Yes.
And I add a new one, what happens?
So you're saying there's a new dashboard, right? Let's make this as test dashboard. All right. Classic dashboard. Create. Yeah. So this is an empty dashboard, right? So if you have not added anything, you can go ahead, add it from here. That is what I was about to show. You can add everything from here. Is that what you were asking? Sorry.
So what I'm asking is, the dashboard that we have that already has data in it. Yeah. Now, assuming we have another dashboard, can we create and add to this one?
Yeah, you can.
So how does it display? Is it going to display as like separate folder, or is going to match the two dashboards together and give a single visualization?
It's not going to merge the dashboard. So when you click on add panel, right? Do you see clone from dashboard? Do you see this clone from dashboard?
Okay.
Option. So this is another dashboard which is showing up. This is the one which we created now, right? So if I click on this, right, I can add this same thing over here. So whatever is there in this dashboard, I can add it I can merge it, not merge it as such. There will be two different dashboards, but they will have the same data.
Okay. Thank you.
It will be cascaded on the pane.
Sorry, it is?
Like it will be cascaded, put side by side.
Cascaded, no, not side by side as such. The view will be different. I'll show you once again. So when you click on dashboards, this will be the view. So I have test dashboard, I have firewall monitoring dashboard. You have to click on that. Only when you click on this, right, you will be in this view. So there's nothing like this is going to come next to it. No, these are two different dashboards. Whichever you want it on the monitor, you just click on that. That will be displayed on the monitor. So I will add more panels. Probably you'll understand better then. Let me add more panels.
So we can add like multiple panels in a single
Yes,
dashboard,
yes.
right?
So I'm not telling that this is the only data. I'm still telling you guys, I'm going to have to add panels. All right, this is just one such thing. Deepak, yeah. So Deepak, I'm not done, right? I'm still doing it. So give me some time. All right. So this is one such, what do you call? One such a view that you can have on your dashboard. One such widget. We can call this as widgets or whatever you want to call it, right? So now, so this was one such data that we have. Let's add some more data. So since I have told firewall monitoring, now can you guys tell me what? So let me go to search. Index is equal to firewall. So please use all time. Okay, you will get the data, right? Now you guys tell me, okay, what is something that you guys want to monitor? Is there something else that you guys want to monitor? Just let me know. We will add as another panel over here or a widget over here. Panel, widget, whatever you want to call it as.
Locked and allowed connections.
Blocked, we are checking.
I mean, a table of IP addresses.
Sorry, can you
We
come
can
again?
add like
IP address table.
we
IP
can
address
add
table.
like malicious IP logged on, like trying to log in with malicious IPs.
That means you want to see inbound connections, inbound allowed connections from IPs which are blacklisted. But I will not get that information unless I have threat logs, right? I cannot add some intelligence here in my search saying that this is blocked. I mean, this is malicious IP. There is one way of doing it. Definitely you can do that, but that will add, I mean, that will complicate things for now. There is something called as a lookup. You guys can look this up. There's something called a lookup.
Father.
Just give me 1 second. All right, let me complete this. So you can add a lookup and then you can see those malicious IPs, but it is not required as of now. So we will not be able to find out if the IP is malicious or not. So any other ideas?
Stuti, can we check deny or dropped traffic?
There are only two. Either it is allowed or blocked. We are already checking blocked.
Okay.
So tell me which action, I mean, which field you want to check.
Yeah.
I will.
You can check like Active Directory logs. Your Active Directory logs, like where people are trying to log in with like with the username, but they are failed.
Okay, that I will give it as an assignment, but here we are checking this is only for firewall monitoring, right? So anything and everything with respect to firewall.
Ma'am, then Russian IP
Locations of users.
Shruti, check for a top IP
Okay.
address.
Okay, can you like type in? Probably there are multiple people talking, so type in. I will see all of your answers.
Stuti, can we just check according to applications they try to, brute force or something, try to attack?
Yes, surely we can. Apps.
Yeah,
Right?
applications.
We can. Yes, we can. It's the same. Right? It's the same app application. Yeah, we can do that also. Yes. Anything else? We will make a note of it. App with respect to app. Okay. Anything else? You guys were saying something? Okay. Russian IP is allowed. Top destination IP by block. Okay. All right. Top destination IP by block. So here, okay, we'll do all of these things. So you're saying this will just show the blocked connections, right? It will show a geographical representation. That's it, right? Like a world map. So I'm going to add another panel. So please, okay, there are a couple of things I want to tell you guys. So you see UI and source, right? Source is nothing but your source code, right? It's all in XML. So if you are very good at your XML, your tags and stuff, you can start, you can do all of it from the back end as well. So if you see here, this is a test dashboard, right? I'll go and edit this. So if I check the source, there is nothing in here. But whereas over here, there are a lot of things. How did these things come? Because I've added a dashboard, right? I didn't do anything from the source, right? But if you are very well versed, you can even use this, right? And you can build your dashboard. All right. But for now, this was more than enough for us UI. All right. So we will concentrate on UI. Okay. Now we have to go to add panel because we have added one of the panel. Now, like you guys have suggested, we are going to add. We'll go and add another panel. All right. So add panel, new. Of course, it is new because it's we are building a new one. So it could be a table, it could be a bar chart, it could be a pie chart, whatever. Right. We will see that later. I will tell you that later. So let's just check statistics table, which will show you table format, normal table format. All right. So now the first thing was you guys told me about what was it? Application, right? So let's just check action. What did you want to check? Blocked or allowed?
Blocked.
I'm sorry. Blocked or allowed?
Yeah.
Blocked. Okay. Blocked. Sorry. MS update, Google base not applicable. It says not applicable. It's the same. Okay. Yeah. Action is equal to blocked. And now you want stats, right? You want a statistics table. So stats count by app. So this will give me something like this. Is this what you wanted? Yes, no? Hello?
Oh, yes, Tuti.
Is
It's
that
fine.
what you want? So, but wouldn't we also need the source IP? Because I need to know which are all the source IPs which are making these connections, right? So looking at this, right, I can see, but I need some more context to it, right? I would definitely need some more context. So what you can do, stats count by app, by source IP. So it will tell you which source IP, what is the app, and it will definitely give you the count. Now, we would definitely need the dest IP also, because just don't simply add only just one field, because if at all we see Google base or a Google update, we won't get to know what is this IP which is trying to what is the internal IP which is trying to make this connection. We would definitely need this information, right? We would definitely need this information. Yes or no?
Yes.
Your dashboard should give you some kind of a meaning, right? So app, yes. Now we are seeing the block connections with respect to the app, but we would definitely need the source IP and the destination IP details as well. Correct? So we can add this in your dashboard. This is too much of data. So instead of this, you can just see the high number of count. So you can say sort count, right? And you can add one more where count greater than, sorry, I should have added this before, but anyway, where count greater than 5. Okay. So this is how you have to filter out data, so that instead of monitoring the 75, one second. So you see there are 75 what do you call rows over here, right? But if you see, there are many which is just single connection. I'm not worried about single connection. Let's say I'll be worried only if there are a lot of connections and most of them are getting blocked, right? So in that case, what do? I can just add where count is greater than 5, 10, whatever you want, right? And then you can do a sort so that this will be more than enough. Yes or no for us to work on?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how you have to go step by step, trying to filter out your data. So now what do? We'll just copy this, or you can always save this as from here, or since we're already building it, just copy it. Okay. Where was this? Over here, add it, paste it. What is this? Blocked connection with respect to app. I mean, we are taking app as some, the base. We are checking what are the apps that are blocked, application that are blocked. Okay, now use time picker. Definitely all time for our data that we have. Add to dashboard. That gets added over here. So source IP, destination, what is the app? These are the apps from where we are seeing, from this system, we are seeing a lot of outbound connections to this IP. You can even add a country information over here to give more context to your dashboard, to your panel. Okay, depends on what all information you can, fit in, which will make sense. So if I add a country detail, it will definitely help us. Yes, it will definitely help us. Correct. So you can go ahead, add the country detail as well. Is this clear, everybody?
Yes, Sudhir.
Still
Yes.
here? Okay. So let me see the questions. Deepak, is it possible to add AD log? Yeah, of course. You can add whichever log you want. You can add AD log also. The only reason I'm not adding, because this is for firewall monitoring. I don't need AD log over here. Right? It won't make sense if I add the AD log. But if you give something like overall monitoring, right, you can definitely add AD log, web server log, FTP, anything you can add. It depends on what your query is, right? You can add whatever you want. Okay, so there was one more thing where you wanted top destination IP by block. That means the top IPs which are blocked, is it? Let us check. Yeah, is that what you meant, Irshad?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we'll go back to events. Now you guys help me out with that. So, hey, anyway, I think this will also give that information, right?
Yeah,
Dest
yeah.
IP,
Not with
these are
respect to
blocked.
application.
Okay, I've added the app detail. Okay, that is also done. Anything else? Anything else? Let's use, okay, we are done with graphical representation. This is a table representation. Let's see the bar chart, the pie chart, right? Let's see with this also. So when you're using a pie chart, right, or a bar chart, it should, when you have to display the data, right? When you have to display the data, it would be better if it is a single value. I'll tell you why. We are doing stats count by app, source IP, dest IP, right? Let's go to visualization. Let's say you want bar chart. If you put a bar chart, right, it is going to get clumsy because it shows the app over here. It shows the count over here. Where is the source, destination IP? Nothing is clear, right? So instead of that, if you just give app, we will give some data which is relevant. Okay, like for example, uh, which would help us, right? So let's say we have dest port, right? We have destination port. So yes, a table would do. Table, we have already added a table, right? This is like a table, right? So we are putting a bar chart or something. So for that, let's pick destination port. All right, now I want to see all the connections, right, to public. So dest IP is not equal to 10.series, right? And now I want to see all the different what do you call destination port. All right, action is equal to allowed blocked. Let's say blocked only because the connections are blocked. Why are these internal IPs trying to contact a public IP, right? And what are these different ports that they are trying to contact on, right? So if we do a stats count by destination port, it is going to give me the list of ports. Blocked is less. Okay, but anyway, now we'll go to visualization. Now do you see the answer? Why? Because it's just one value and it will build this value against the count. So XY axis is set. So X axis you have the destination port, Y axis you have the count. This is how it is going to show. Right? So if you give multiple details, it is going to get messier. You won't be able to, put in the data in the right format. So you can just make this way, or if you want, you can use a column chart or bar chart, column chart, whatever you want, right? Or even a pie chart. Okay, so come to visualization. Any which way statistics, you will get the result, right? Go to visualization, right? Stats count by one field. It should be some one field. If we give allowed, let's see allowed. There are a lot of things, right? This looks more colorful. Simply for the sake for now. But you guys, please make some dashboards with some, some monitorable data, something which is going to help us. All right. Action is equal to allow. There are a lot of 53 requests, a lot of, DNS requests going through, right? So we can see all of it. You can also make a column chart or a pie chart with this. So I'm going to keep a pie chart for now. I'm going to copy this. What do? I'm going to go add a panel, right? Add new. It's a pie chart. You can also change over here. I'll tell you pie chart. So what is it? The, destination port. Okay, allowed, denied, whatever you want. You can change that later. Use time picker all time. And I'm going to add it to the dashboard. So what happens? Here we have our data. You can always drag and drop wherever you want, right? If you want it next to each other also, you can have it.
So what will be the frequency of changing the data? Like suppose this is...
I'll come to that. I'll come to that.
Okay.
One moment. I'll come to that. So is this clear, everybody?
Yes, Sudhi.
Yeah, so you can use a pie chart, bar chart, a table, whatever that you want. You can add it in your dashboard. Whichever data you want, you can add. But please add some meaningful data. Okay, don't just do, okay, for the sake of doing, just don't do index is equal to firewall. Okay, and then stats count by something called as action flag. Stats count by action flag. No, this I really don't know what this is. Right? So pick up some meaningful data. You guys have to pick up some meaningful data and build dashboards. Okay, what think yourselves like a analyst, right, who are a newly set up SOC. So what are the things that we can monitor, right? So you guys have to do it. All right. Okay, so so this is what the dashboard looks like. You can keep adding how many ever panels you want, right? So how will you add panels? Just add panel, select, you can pick up from a dashboard like we already did it, right? Or you can use any of these things, right? So statistics, events, column chart, pie chart, right? Try checking all of these options. Try to use all of these options. Okay, single value will give you only single value. If I want to say, for example, you just want only some what do you call, just the count, right? Stats count. You just want the count. Okay, this 1000 count, right? So if you just want that, you have to go to single value. It is going to come up like this. So you should have some meaningful data. In this, it doesn't make sense if I just put a count, but I'm just showing you, like if you have some, you have to count a value, right? Something, let's say number of failures when we are doing the, if we are checking the what was that, AD logs, right? Number of failures within last 24 hours. You just want the number. You can use a single value. So these are few clues which I'm giving. Use those and build your dashboards, build your own dashboards. All right, now this is done. Once it is done, you can save it and your dashboard will look like this. So this is my other test dashboard, right? We will build another one here and we'll go to dashboards. Duplicate. Okay. Should we take attendance? How come nobody reminded me today? Wow. Oh yeah, we have Mohammed reminding attendance. Okay, so yeah, let us quickly take attendance. Please log into your SOC Magic portal, all of you. Logged in? Let me know once you guys are ready. Thank you, Shubham.
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
You're logged in.
Right. Okay, cool. Shall I initiate the attendance?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, initiating attendance, guys. Those of you who have not logged in, please log in. We'll have 5 minutes time, I guess. So I've initiated attendance from my end. Please go ahead and mark your attendance. So Gaurav, Chandru, Banu, Pooja, Deepak, is it clear till here? Yes, no doubts?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah, please, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so can I export my dashboard or share if I'm necessarily sharing my screen?
You can export the dashboard. Yes, you have an option. This will come as a PDF.
Okay.
It will go as a PDF. And you can keep sending this PDF. See, it is going to look like this, your PDF. And you can send it as a report to someone as well. Right? So you can schedule PDF delivery, right? If you click on schedule PDF delivery, you can run this whole dashboard every week or whatever, whenever you want to send this, right? You can send, given the email IDs to whomever you want to send, right? And the message, the subject line for your email, right? And you can just click on save, right? So that will go as a HTML and plain text, whatever you saw over here, right? As a PDF, you will see the same thing in your email.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
All right. Done with attendance, guys?
Yeah, done.
Yeah, done. Yeah.
All right, super. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, we have added different panels, well and good, great. Now let's see what are these inputs. All right, so let us quickly check what are the different inputs. And before I tell you about inputs, there is a disclaimer. There is a bug or whatever you can call it as with the input. All right, so this acts very weird. So if I select radio, at times it selects drop down and the fields just disappear. All right, it's like it's ghosted, it acts that way. All right, probably because it is a free version, but I've never seen this happening in organization. right? When we build dashboard, I've never seen that happening, but here in the free version, I've seen it happening every time. Okay, so if you do not get it properly, it is okay. It is totally okay. All right. So I just want to tell you that before we start. Okay, there's this cool thing called dark theme. All right, you have to restart, so everything will appear, in the darker theme. Okay, so if refresh, it will come up in the dark theme, right? See, it's a dark theme, right? So that's one more thing you can have. Now, so add panel is done. Add input, right? These are the inputs that you can add. What is this input? Let's say, right? Let's say one of you were asking, right? Now, this is a fixed data. This is all time, right? This is all time. I can't change the time. But in your organization, that will not be the case, right? So when you click on edit, right, each widget will have a edit button. You can pick up a time wherever you want, right? You can give the time wherever, whichever time you want, you can give that time. Okay, but let's say you have to change the time. Now it is set for last 7 days, but you want to make it 24 hours. So every time you have to come to each widget and change the time. Okay, no, I have to select last 24 hours, not 7 days, right? You have to do it logging into each and every widget. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes
Sudhir.
or no?
Yes.
Because there is no other way I can think of.
Yes, yes.
So
Yes.
that's where our input will come to our rescue. So input is nothing but it will make the dashboard a little interactive. So this is visually appealing, right? This is definitely visually appealing, but this is not interactive. For you to interact, you have to click on this. This will open on a different, window. And here you can change the time. Okay, you can do it this way, or you have to edit this, right? Click on this edit and then change the time over here. Instead of that, let's go and see the input. All right, so there are multiple inputs: text, radio, drop down, check, blah blah blah. So all of this is similar. Forget about the text, radio, drop down, checkbox, multi select, right? These are all similar. So I'm just going to show one of these. Okay, text is nothing but whatever input you give, it will take that as an input to your dashboard. All right, we will see that later. All right, then you have time. Linked list, no need to worry. Not we won't use this often as well. And submit is just the submit button. So for now, let's look at the time. Okay, for now, let's look at the time. So if I add this time, okay, if I add this time, do you see the small edit button? We have to click on edit because I'm going to edit this particular input. Okay, click on the small input. You can mention the label, select time. Okay, select time. Okay, you can click on change on search on change, means as soon as it changes, as soon as you change, select the time, it will search. Okay, you can click on this, you can leave this left to you. All right, and it is asking me for something called a token. Token, I'm going to mention it as time. All right, it is asking me the default time. I'm going to keep it as 24 hours. I'm going to say OK. I'll tell you what a token is. So what happens here, right? Right, when we go to some eatery, or let's say like some, your Domino's pizza or some other place, when you go place an order, right, they're going to give you a token number. Right, they'll give you a token number, and when they call out the token number and you have the token number, you go to collect the pizza. Right, so when they call the token number, whatever is with you, you go and you collect the pizza. Right, very much similar to that is your token here. Okay, so I'm just giving a name for the token. That name is time. So whenever I use this token, I have to get this time. I have to get this time. That means I'm going to click on edit search. All right. I'm going to see there were only 3 options earlier. Now if I click on this, do you see a 4th option called as shared time picker? This was not there earlier. Do you see this 4th option called as shared time picker?
Yeah,
You have not seen. Let me just quickly do that.
it was not there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see now. Right. Now you see there are only 3 options: use time picker, tokens, global. Right? There are only 3 options. But as soon as I add something called time, okay, select time. I'm going to give the token name as time. Default, I'm going to keep 24 hours. All right. Now I want my widget to act according to the time I select over here. So if I select 24 hours, it should show me 24 hours data. If I select 7 hours, it has to show me 7 hours data. How will it happen? That will happen with respect to, with the help of the token. So now if I click on edit search, if you see, now you see the 4th option called as time. You can just select that, all right, and apply. So what happens here is, I'm going to run the search. All right, I'm going to run the search. Invalid earliest. Okay, wait 1 second. I'm going to save this and then we will search. All right. Okay, I've saved this. Okay, of course, it is waiting for input. I'm going to say 24 hours, whatever. And please, 1 moment. Always add the, I told you this acts weird. So add the submit button. Submit is just that once you click, it will run. That's it. All right, so submit. It should run ideally. Searching for input. Why is it waiting for input? Still
We don't have a data for last 24 hours, right? Maybe because of that.
Data is not there, but it should tell me no data. It shouldn't say search is waiting for input.
Okay.
So let us see. I'm just going to refresh this. It should say no results found. Okay, so 24 hours, no results found, well and good. That is what we wanted. So now see this. If I open this and search, all right, it has picked up last 24 hours because that is what I've given over here. If I select last 30 days, right, and submit, right, it will refresh and it says no data found. If I search, see, it has picked up 30 days. Right? How is it picking? It is picking because we have given the token. We are calling that particular token. Which token? The time token. Where is this token? This token is over here. Right? This is the time token. So whenever I call for this token time, this will show up. This time, whatever is there, that gets added in the function in that particular a time, and then it gives me the details in that time frame. Is this clear?
Yes.
So if you observed, only this is getting refreshed. That is because I've added the time data only to this widget. Right? If I add the time data to this widget, okay, now apply. This will also refresh and it says no results found because in last 30 days there is no data. Right? Now if I save this, this has become a little more interactive, right? Because now I can select the time frame, whatever I want. I'm going to submit, right? I will get the data in that time frame. So one of you were asking, right, about the time. So this is how you select the time, whichever time frame you want, select the time, submit it, add that particular token to your widgets, and this is how you can change the time. Every time you need not edit or you need not click on search and change the time over here. You can directly do it on your dashboard. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes? Everybody?
Yes.
No doubts? Any doubts so far,
We
guys?
have to add time for every widgets. For pie chart, we have added first, and for next table, we have added second. Like that.
It depends. Whichever panel you want, you can add it. If you want to make changes for this, you can go ahead add the time for this also. So even this will start changing as soon as you give the time. So it is left to you guys. So whichever panel, so Deepak, it's the same question, right? So whichever panel you want to change the data from wherever you want to give this as an input, you can change it. If you do not want it, you need not select it. Okay? Is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
So this is about the time. Now let's take an example wherein let's see the data. Let's see our data. What is there? Then we can think about giving some other kind of input. Here there is nothing much that I can select, I believe. Okay, let's use something called as, okay, yeah, you won't be able to search index is equal to audit because I should give you some extra permission for that. All right, so instead of that, I'll go with main. Index is equal to main. Okay, not all the time, not all time. I'll select last 60 minutes. I'll see if there is some data, nothing. Okay, last 24 hours. Okay, so now let's say, now this was our firewall monitoring, right? This was our firewall monitoring done and dusted. All right, now let's say there is something called AD monitoring. Okay, AD monitoring, this is what we are going to build another one. All right, in this AD monitoring, let me say that your manager or anybody, right, in your organization, they want to give some input. All right, they want to see some what you call, let's say we have account names, we have SAM account names also, right? What is SAM account? You will get it in, I think you'll get it in AD. One moment. Index source type, source is equal to active directory. SAM account, where is SAM, SAM. Anything called SAM over here? No. A, B, C, D, S, no. Okay, I know. Okay, one moment.
It's in a security log only, right?
And code. Sorry, was it there?
No, it is in a security event only. Log source.
I'll give event code. Yeah, I'll give event code. What was the event code for creating an account?
4720.
4624 is?
No, 4720.
Login.
4720.
Yeah, 4720, but this is last 7 days, right? Thank you. So 4720. Now let's say SAM account name is there. Okay. 47. There's no SAM account name for this. Okay, no problem. That's all right. Event code 4624. We will see if there is any display name or something like that. Process name, display name. No. People are still logging in. They're trying to do some or the other thing. Still. Account name. Account name. Was successfully logged on. Great. I have to check what that is. Log on. Okay. All right. No problem. Okay. So what we'll do is, let us see. Okay. Let's take an example of some application. All right. Wherein your manager wants to monitor your login activity. Okay. They want to know if you people are logging in or some kind of a data with respect to logging in. All right, so I'll give you access to audit and internal later. All right, so let us build a dashboard around this. I know this is not AD, but I'm still adding it under AD. All right, so let's see, index is equal to underscore audit. Right, under user, I'll get a list of users. Right, let's say I want to monitor Kamal, Pooja, Ratan, Ken, Vinod. I want to monitor these people. I want to monitor these people's activity. All right, let's see any activity that these people perform. So we have a critical application. All right, we're getting the audit logs from that critical application, and only these 5 people have access. Okay, only these 5 people have access, and being a supervisor or whatever, I want to see what are the action that these guys perform. All right, so in situation like that, okay, I can add this as an in my dashboard. Okay, so we will add a panel, new, right? Let's go with statistics table for first. All right, what was our query? Index is equal to underscore audit, and I said I want to monitor these people, right? So what are these people in? These people are there in user field, right? So user is equal to Sumit, right? So if I give user is equal to Sumit, I will get to know the list of actions that Sumit has performed. Okay, Sumit was action, right? He's tried to search something, he's tried to edit some role. Okay, actually this were all given by me, I guess, administrator, edit user. Okay, let's say there he's tried to perform a lot of actions. So I will do in user is equal to Sumit. Now I'm going to do stats count by action. Why? Because I want to know what are the different action that was performed by Sumit. Okay. Now for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to do where count, because there are a lot of things, right? Where count is greater than 500. This is just for the sake of building dashboard. Okay, even then there are too many. Okay, I'll make it as 600. I'm just telling you for the sake of understanding input. All right, you don't go to build your dashboards like this. All right, I'll give you the query, you can build it accordingly. I mean, I'll give you the question, you can build it accordingly. Now my question was, right, we have an application. All right, this application can be accessed only by 3 or 4 people, and your supervisor wants to monitor the activity of these people, of these 4 or 5 people. All right, and the action gives me the details what these people do. Are you guys with me till here? So I just want to monitor what are all the action that this person has performed. All right, so what do? I'm going to add this in the dashboard. Right, I'm going to say Viti. All right, I'm going to just use time picker last 24 hours, whatever. I'm going to add it to the dashboard. Okay, I'm getting some option called search. Okay, but this doesn't tell me who is this user, right? It doesn't tell me who is this user. I know for a fact in the search, I've told it is Sumit. But if the person, okay, if your supervisor wants to monitor all those 5 people, he can't every time click on search, change the user over here, right? Change the user over here and run the search. That will not be ideal way of doing it, right? So what we can do, we can give a input. All right, it could be a radio drop down. It is all the same. Radio means you will get multiple radio buttons. The person can select the radio button. All right, drop down will give you a drop down like this, a checkbox, sorry, a multi select or a checkbox. So whatever is it you want, you can select. I'm going to select just a drop box, right? I'm going to edit. This is all the same. All of this will be the same, right? It will just, the display will be different. This is like a radio button. This is a drop down. This is a checkbox. And this is multi-select. You can select multiple users, but it won't help us in this. So I'll just go for drop down. Okay, label, select employee. Okay, and this one I'll give as EMP. The token I named it as EMP. Okay, guys, I'm going to just take 5 to 10 more minutes max. Is that okay? I'm sorry, I just realized it is 9. Is it okay? Just 10 more minutes, not more.
Yeah, no,
Okay, finish.
People who
Let us
are
finish
getting
this.
late for the office can probably look into the recording. All right, I'm just going to take 10 more minutes and I'll be done. All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. So token I'm giving as employee EMP. Okay, now see, all of these are empty, right? There's no selection over here. So now if you scroll down, there is something called static option. There's something called dynamic option. For dynamic, you can enter the whole search over here. We will see that later. Okay. Now let us focus upon static option. Static option means which is that user. For all the user we had few users, right? So we'll remove user is equal to Sumit. All right. We will see the different users. Sumit, Vinit, Irshad, Kamal, Pooja, Ratan, Ken, Vinod. So we will add these people over here. So Sumit, the value of Sumit is Sumit, right? Why? Because if you see here, the value, this is the value, right? This is Sumit. Let's say Sumit has a pet name. Sorry, Sumit, I'm just giving an example. Let's say, he has some pet name or easily recognizable name, right? We call him something called SP. So this name can be anything. All right, this is the name. We call Sumit by the name SP. But then actually his name is Sumit in the logs, right? So your display name can be anything. Your display name can also be something called ABC. But actually his name is Sumit, and this is the name which is there in the logs. So display name can be anything, right? But for easier sake, we'll keep the same thing, Sumit. Then we have Vinod, right? Vinod. We have Ken. Have Irshad, right? Right. So we'll just take only these many names. Let's see. All right. Now, if I scroll a bit up, it will ask me, see, now there are some values over here. It is asking me whom should I pick up as default. Anybody can be as default. Initial value, whose name should come initially in the drop down. Just mention Vinod. All right. Now, if I put apply, see, even though the initial value is Vinod, it is coming as Sumit. That is because, like I said, there is some issue with the input, so don't bother about it. All right. Now what have we done? We have given the token as employee EMP, sorry, right? And then I have selected a list of users, right? Let us select a list of employees. I'm going to say apply, right? You can select anyone that you want, and it should go as an input over here, right? It should go as an input over here. So what do? I'm going to click on search edit, right? And then what is the value? What is the token that we have to use? We have to use it for user because it's a user which keeps changing, right? So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to add the token here. So to add the token, always use a dollar symbol and the token name. The token name is EMP, right? The token name is EMP. So user is equal to TMP. That means now what will happen in the backend? User is equal to EMP, right? So EMP, it will go search for EMP over here. EMP is nothing but token which is associated with the values of these users, right? So what happens now if I do a search? Let me just save this. All right. I hope it has saved whatever I've written. Okay, Sumit is there. Let me just edit. All right. I'm just going to add a submit button, and you can also add a time. All right. This will be as select time, apply. Okay, we'll go back to search. We will select the time as shared time picker and the token, apply. Okay, I'm just going to save this for now. Submit. Okay, well, let's refresh. Okay, now in the last 24 hours, Sumit has only searched and the count is 1000. Okay, some action. All right, now if I select Vinod, right? If I select Vinod for last 7 days, right, and I hit on submit, it should show all the activity by Vinod, right? It is showing as only as search. Okay, let us make it as last, and select some other user, Irshad. All right, last 7 days, let's search. It is working fine. That means something is more than 600 or something. That is what we have mentioned, right? So the action performed by Irshad in the last 7 days is these two. The action performed by Ken in the last 30 days, right? If I submit, it is going to refresh again. It is going to give me the data, right? How? Because I have added the user, right? User is equal to the token. I've given the token over here, right? When you have to give the token, it should be within the dollar symbol, right? So what is happening in the backend? It is going and searching for this particular token called EMP. So where is that EMP? It is over here in the employee, select employee. So the value for EMP will be picked up from my drop down. So whatever you give Vinod, so what happens? That gets stored in this EMP, right? If you want, if we just do a search, right? What has happened in the backend? It has picked up Ken's value. It has given Ken's username under user is equal to Ken, and it has searched in the last 30 days, right? Where the count is greater than 600, there's only one, and it has shown this action. Stats, there are multiple. Why is it showing only one? Okay, only that is more than 600. Okay. Okay, so if I keep it more than 500, you will definitely get more. Is that right? Did you guys understand? So whatever you want to pass, right? Make sure you use that user is equal to whatever details that you want to given over here. Whatever details you want to given over here, you can add it, right? And then you can give that as an input to your search. Is this understood by everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whenever you want to make it more interactive, right, you can give in those options, put in the time frame, right, hit on enter, your dashboard will refresh with the latest data. Okay, so practice dashboards with such data. I'm going to give you queries. I'm going to give you assignment for which you will have to do something like this. All right, something relevant. All right, and with practice, I'm sure you guys will be able to ace it. Okay, guys, any doubts? Do let me know. People who are getting late to log in, please feel free to leave the class. Others, if you have any doubts, please stay back. If you want, I can repeat this again. Guys, tell me something. Yes.
See, is there any document like because it's very important thing, I think. So, is there any document or something you have notes like step by step instruction where we
Mm,
can create this interactive dashboard?
no, there is no document as such. No.
Or we can take screenshots of like each
Yeah, you
step.
can take screenshot of the recording when it is
Because
happening.
after
Or the
this,
thing
like no,
is,
after this day, we will forget it, because maybe
yes. So
sometime we
please,
require it, then we don't remember. So if
correct.
step by step document, like step by step document we can create, then it will be good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have any such document. So any which ways you have to go through this recording, right? So you can just take screenshots while doing it. And when you practice, you have tomorrow and day after tomorrow, you have 2 days of time, right? When you practice, try to practice more of dashboards. All right. So as and when you practice, you can take a screenshot and put it in a document, right? So no doubts, guys. So people in the US and Canada, or anybody for that matter, you can start practicing, right? Whatever, you can just start practicing. I will start the AD server as well. All right. So please, this is the IP address. You can start away.
The same IP address, madam, right?
Yep, yep. Anil has shared points for you. So thanks, Anil. You can also take screenshots while building the dashboard. This is the IP address, guys. I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I have to log in. You won't be able to log in. I have to start the AD server. Give me 2 minutes time. I will start. I'm just logging in.
54 173 204 and 163, right?
Sorry.
It's 54.173.204.163.
No, I have pinged it. I've posted in the
No,
group
no.
now. Just now.
Okay.
The IP keeps changing, not yesterday's IP.
Okay. It is 34.205.78.92. Okay.
Yeah, correct. You won't be able to log in. Give me a minute. I'm starting up AD. Ken and a few people's ID whose ID I've created in Splunk only, they will be able to log in. Others to whom I have added in AD, you won't be able to log in. So, okay, I've restarted the server, AD server. I've started the AD server. It will take 2 minutes for it to come up, right? So give it some time and then you will be able to log in. Okay, so shall I post today's questions for the whole weekend?
Yes.
Lot of questions.
Okay,
I hope that's okay.
Yeah. Because we get to
So
know
how
like
many
how real thing work.
hours have each day on weekends?
Yeah, weekends also. Weekends you have the same timing.
Same
Make sure
time.
you guys just remind me, please, because
Okay.
yeah, just remind me. Just call if I don't respond. I'm not going to keep it on silent. I was working, so by mistake I had set it on silent. So I'll not be on silent. Please call me to remind me if I do not switch on time. So you can create multiple dashboards or you can create one dashboard. It's all left to you guys. right?
Sudeep, please paste the question in WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Question in WhatsApp, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second.
Can you please extend the time for practice?
And the time till what time?
Practice time 9 to 11 maximum.
It is from 9 to 11 only, no?
For
No.
you for weekend days.
Okay.
If you
Weekend
extend
also same timing, right? All of you okay with the same timing over the weekend?
Yeah,
because
but please extend that 9 to 11 or 9 to 2 or 3 o'clock.
yeah.
Sorry, 9 to 2 or 3, then I'll start charging you guys. You have to pay for every hour. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So 9 to 11 anyway there. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. anyway there. And even in the evening, I'm saying. Evening also.
Okay.
Evening usual 8 to 10, right? Or you want 8:30 to 10:30, whatever. Right? So no. So yeah. So these are the various tasks. Should I post it in WhatsApp? Guys, you can even practice now if at all you guys are free. Whoever is free. I think Mohammed, you have your off today, right? So I think even you can practice. You have time. Posting it in the group. A lot of activities will be there. A lot of questions. Please practice. All right. Please practice today, tomorrow, day after. You have 3 days of there's one set of question. I'm going to give similar questions. Okay, this is for your dashboards and stuff. One thing, do the task 2 first and then go with dashboard probably tomorrow. All right. Task 2 is the basic one. You have to keep working like brushing up upon the basic queries, right? So please do the task 2 first. I mean it's left to you guys. Just complete everything. I'm just saying. Right. So it's all for 3 days. Okay. Some more questions will do, or this is more than enough? Some more questions? Shall I share some more questions?
Yeah, sure.
So these are the last set of questions. Practice. And if you want, see, you can always start a meeting. All right, discuss among yourselves. All right, you can discuss among yourselves and work on all of this as a group as well. All right, please make use of everything. There might be few repeated questions, just 3 or 4, but I think this should do. These many questions for 3 days, is that okay? Please, when you're not okay, I'll set some ground rules. So if at all you're not getting any answer for a particular question, please take a screenshot. First thing what you guys have to do is please check your query again. Like I told, right? Quickly tell you guys. Let me share my screen. Where is Teams? See, some people said post it in WhatsApp, some people said post here. Okay, fine, I'll post both the places. here. Done. They are also done. I've posted here also, guys. I've posted in WhatsApp also. No, it's okay. I was just no, you don't have to be sorry. Okay. Yep. Sharing my screen. Okay. So that we share the screen. Yes, Mohammed. One moment. So, guys, let's say you're not getting some answer. I want you guys to do this and only then come to me. All right, because you have to also learn a little bit of troubleshooting, right? So whatever your search is, okay, if at all you're not getting the answer, please remove the last part. All right, and like I told, right, keep removing and try to check which part you're getting the logs, and by adding which value you're not getting the results. Okay, let's say you're adding this and you're not getting the result. See whether there is some field called action. Maybe A is in capitals, right? Check for these things. Let's say you're not getting the logs at all. Please change your time frame. Search it for a larger period of time. Okay, now initial first day we were getting real-time data because even the web server was running. At present, web server is not running, so you will not get real-time data. I can start the web server, or I can keep it open for some time, but I can't keep it open for 24/7, right? So please make sure you search for a larger period of time if you do not get the data. All right, so please check the time frame. Please check the field name, whether it is in the correct format, the what do you call, uppercase, lowercase, and all of it. All right, and make sure that field should be there in your event. Okay, I've still seen people, checking, in the main index. All right, some other field. Okay, some other field which is not there in the main index at all, and telling that I'm not getting the result. Yes, you're not getting the result because you're searching something called, you're searching a lion in your house. If you want to see a lion, you have to go to a zoo or a sanctuary, right? You can't see for things which is not there.
நான் பவுல் சாப்பிட தான் போவேன்.
Whoa.
வாங்கிட்டு
Okay.
வரேன்.
Full on conversation. Okay, anyway. All right, please make sure you search relevant data in relevant index. In main index, we get AD logs only. In web server, you get web server logs only. Okay, don't search for something with which has details about FTP upload in your AD logs. Doesn't make sense, right? That is the reason we had first two class, to understand the logs, right? That was the fundamental, right? So please, step by step, if you don't know the logs, right, see what the log is, what is the content in those logs, expand the log, see what are all the information, and then build your search step by step. Build your search. Don't randomly just put some value. No, build your search step by step, like how we figure out the brute force activity, right? So build it step by step. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, Stuti.
Okay, all right, any doubts so far, guys? Any doubts that needs to be cleared? Anything? Any doubts? So there might be some questions which says there might be some questions which says probably like 10 hours ago or 24 hours ago. So don't stick to the timing there, because I don't know how long the logs are we are getting as of now, right? If there is any question which says in the last 24 hours, in the last 10 hours, so ignore those hours. See for last 24 hours or 7 days, wherever you get the logs. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. All right. Then I hope you're able to log in, right? You're able to log in. The guys from
Yes.
US, folks from US, all of you are able to log in, I hope. Sir, I'm so sorry I missed out your name. I've forgotten your name. MSTP is what it says. So are you able to log in? Ken, Ruth, Mumba, are you guys able to log in?
Yes, able to log in.
Okay, super. All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If you have any doubts, please, please, please reach out to me right now. I'll be here for a couple of minutes. And something about the web server, right? There is some activity. There is some, what do you call, one moment. Just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry.
Hi, why there is nobody's talking?
Uh, no, I said I need a minute, but others can
Okay.
talk. No restriction. There's a reason why I have left mic open for you guys, so you guys can discuss if you want to, whatever you are working on. Okay, so yeah, the thing is there is some activity. Okay, some suspicious activity on web server. I want you guys to figure out what it is, from which IP are you seeing these activities. What is that IP, right? What is that IP means? Which location? Is it known for doing such scanning or whatever activity, brute force activity, whatever it is up to, right? I want you guys to identify that. Okay, it is happening on a web, it is happening on our web server. So look out for those things. I think it's a part of some question also. Is it a part of some question? Yes, I might have
The
given
brute
some.
force, madam, the brute force can be in IID and a web server, right?
Yeah,
In
it
both.
could be on a web server also. Yes. I've not given a question, is it? Do you notice anything? Oh, I'm not given that. Okay, sorry.
I will stop my recording.
Was so you wanted to identify.
205.
Okay, there is one more question I've posted over here also. I'll be posting that in WhatsApp as well. All right, that's an other question. So where is WhatsApp? Here. Okay, so that's one more. Yeah. Okay. Different. No doubts. Anybody wants any repetition of anything so far? All good. Any doubts? Do let me know. I'll be here. Yes, Giri.
Yeah, this is great. Actually, I created one instance in AWS with Linux, and I installed Splunk Enterprise Audit.
Okay.
The status is okay, but I cannot. I'm not able to access from that IP address.
You're not able to
Access.
access the
From,
Splunk console, is it?
Yes.
You can give the loopback IP 1.127.
It on my computer it is working, but when I try to access that Splunk from what do you say?
Oh,
the-
from AWS instance it is working, but not from your laptop if you give the IP.
Yeah.
That is because you might have to allow the ports and stuff, right? So even though you have allowed in your security group rule, right? There is some command in Windows. For Windows, you have to allow that port. You have to allow it.
Then only I can get the interface, web interface from Windows to
Windows
that
command
Linux.
from. Windows command from. Let me check. Let me see if I can get that command for you. If you search EC2 instance Windows port
That's what time.
one port. Connection issue on a specific port. Okay. Oh.
Make add panel. Oh, very good, very good. Madam, how we can save the panel?
Can you share your screen, please?
Yes, 1 second. How I will share, I don't know.
Hey Chandru, happy weekend. Thank you. Bye. Okay.
Okay, madam, I have shared this one. Say yes.
You're sharing, is it? Okay, one moment.
Yeah.
I still can't see. Let's wait.
Wait. This is the one.
I don't see. Screen being shared.
Maybe.
Can you try to reshare?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Wait. Now it should be. Okay, madam. Can you see now?
Yeah, Mohammed, it's coming up. Yes, yes, I can see now. Yes.
Yes.
Huh. Okay. What, you have put your email ID only?
Yeah, no, just
Okay.
try.
Huh. All right. So what is it that you're trying to do? You want to save it.
Yeah.
Huh. Once you have edited, if you click on save, it gets saved. But if you
Yeah.
look at the panel, right, it is just showing the events. So
Yes,
it'll,
yes.
yeah. So click on edit. Not that. At the bottom, do you see a small there on the panel. There on the panel only. You see the pen symbol, right?
Yes,
Next to the pen symbol, select visualization. Select on that. Select a table.
Okay.
Select table. The second one is table. The first one is events. Don't select that. It will show all the events. Select table. The second one. Second one. Yeah.
This is the one.
No. The second one next to the one which is already selected. Next to that.
This is the one, right?
Yes, that one. Select that. It comes up in the table format. But what is your search query? Show me your query. What is the query?
No, I didn't put any query, but just I was creating the dashboard.
Oh,
Then
you're
I
just
will go there.
exploring.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
fine.
Okay.
At the top, you have save, right? You can just click on save and it will save the dashboard.
Okay, madam. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
No problem. So Giri, give me a minute. I'm trying to get that command for you. I'd seen it somewhere. Even I was not able to access or send the logs, right? So I found that command.
Do you need to add any settings on the Linux machine, Linux app?
Oh, you're using a Linux machine, is it? On your AWS?
Yeah, I created
you
a Linux
installed on a
the
Linux
AWS.
machine?
Yeah.
Then you should be able to. Then no need to open any port and all. It's for Windows, there is some issue.
So
By
I can
default,
I connected through PuTTY and I can configure all those things. And the status is showing that Splunk is working. It's running.
Splunk is running. Splunk is running.
But I cannot access from the interface.
Can you share your screen if you don't mind,
Sure.
or if you have some things?
Can you see?
Yeah. Okay. Now you're saying Splunk D is running, right? Okay. And what is the IP address of this machine, this Linux machine? Very, very small, so I can't see.
IP is 54.166.
Give me 1 second. 54 dot
166.
166.
164.
164.
148.
148.
Yeah.
Stuti?
56, 166, 164, 148. One moment, just give me 1 moment. 54, 166, 164, 148. Is that right?
Yes.
Running on that interface, Splunk interface at this happening. Okay. These are the bits it's running. Where have you installed this? Which is it? Red Hat Linux?
Red Hat 8.4.
Okay. All right.
If we do the telnet from our Windows machine, from my base machine, it should work, right? On 8,000.
8,000. Yeah, you can do that also. But the connectivity.
showing connection failed.
I think the connection is lost. Site can't be reached.
Sorry?
Or 166 or 148. I don't have talent installed. Try it. Where is your system? Okay, okay. But all these ports are open. 8000 is open. 8089 is also open on your system. It says everything is open. Can you just restart again? Just do a restart again. Splunk when reset Splunk status restart. Can you restart the Splunk service? // restart.
I created an AD also, but it's working. But this one,
See,
I'm
it
not
says
able
the
to get.
ports are open. See, 8000, 8089. That is what we want, right? All these ports are open.
Why it's going to 8065 app port, app server port?
Where? 8065.
The third one.
App
Loopback
server
IP.
port. Some app server port. It's a loopback address, right? Need to check what is 8065.
Madam, for this Splunk, there is a user manual is available, right, in the site?
Yeah, documents are available.
Yes,
Once you
yes.
register, you will also be able to see those documents.
Yeah. There in the user guide, maybe they will put all the things in
Not
step by
one
step,
place
right?
you won't find all the things, I believe.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, but I think you will find.
Yeah.
There are
If
documents.
you search, you will find everything.
Yeah. Okay. One moment. Just give me 1 second.
Do we
See
need
the
to?
IP associate. Just do a if config and check the IP, please. What does it say? Command not found.
You need to go to root, right?
No, I think this should work in anywhere. Okay. Config should work from anywhere, I believe. Ulta, it is the other way. What does it say? I think your name is actually, I can just see found. What does it say? Command not found. Command is that only for Linux based, right? If config. Thing that else you have to add. Add some other command. Wait one. If command is not working, you can use the. Okay, can you try with IP space A? IP, just type IP space A. IP space A, IP. Did we get anything? It's just giving the private IP. Yeah? Okay. That's all right. If you can you check the corresponding IP address in your AWS itself? Just check if that is still tagged to this the public IP. I mean, this is the same IP. 172.81.85.87 is the same IP.
Yes, yes.
It is tagged to this IP, the public IP which you gave. 54, 166, 164, 148, right?
Yeah. The installation was pretty good, but I got stuck. I was not able to.
There must be something missing somewhere. It also says your console will be up, right? So I'm thinking, so that's you. Do you have any Windows machine in the AWS?
I have one.
You have one. So, okay. It's in the same network, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you try accessing this 172.31.85.57? It says the web interface at the private IP, right?
Yeah.
Try to use that on from a machine, from your Windows machine. Because both of them are in the same network, right? Just check if that is available. Check your rules also. Please check your security group rules, what you have set up in AWS. Make sure you have allowed, I hope you have allowed everything, right? TCP allow everything.
I haven't done that.
Allow everything. Allow TCP, allow.
Okay, okay. The port should be allowed, or only the TCP traffic should be allowed? Specific
I'm
ports?
sorry.
Should specify any ports, or just TCP should be allowed?
If you give TCP all, it is going to pick up all IPs, the whole range. So allow everything and then restart. All right, then give it a try. But even if the problem is, even if you allow here and in your security group, if you have not allowed, I think it will not let you.
I'll check in.
Okay, just let me know, Girish, if you're still facing the issue. All right. I'll stop the recording at all.
Yeah, I'll try and get back to you.
Okay, okay.
Thanks.